Hey guys, so I am here actually with a testimony and kind of an update. So, as you know, I have really been on the path of just doing what the Holy Spirit has told me to do, which is seems to be to share the word, share the word, share the gift of salvation that we all have, so that all of my friends and family and people that I love, and some even strangers, can be saved, and make sure that they know that Jesus has died on the cross for all of their sins. But let me just give my testimony. So, as you know, about it was more like 8 months ago, I think, if you look at my last video, 8 months ago, but that I had started doing these videos, and I gave that testimony on my first YouTube video. But almost about 6 months ago, or not even 6 months ago, May 7th, okay, is when it really kicked in. There was actually exactly 6 months from the first day that God had told me to start recording the videos. May 7th, I had spoken with someone who had invited me to the church that I've been going to. I had spoken with her, and she was like, hey, just off of where you are in your walk with Christ, I think you should come to this leadership class. And she was like, we're kind of on the last couple of classes of the leadership class. She was like, but I think you'll be fine. I think you in the right place, and I think you should come. I was like, okay, I'll come. Mind you, I was on night shift at the time, and the class started at 7, and I was like, and everything was trying to stop me from getting to this class, but I actually went. So I went to the class, and I'm sitting there, and the leader is speaking, and he's talking, and he's saying all these things, and I'm just like, wow, like it seemed like he was speaking directly to me. And so then they started to do this exercise. And the exercise was to, you had to stand up, they needed volunteers. So I was like the first one to volunteer. My hand went straight up in the air. Now, mind you, I haven't been in this class, and it was my first time there, and the class is almost over. It's only like 2 weeks left for the class, which is only 2 classes. And I just shoot my hand straight up in the air like I want to volunteer. And it was me and about 6 other people. So what we were supposed to be doing is hallowing the presence of the Lord, basically calling out to God all the wonderful names that He is: amazing, giving, caring, loving, everlasting, all those things you're supposed to be doing to hallow the presence of the Lord and to just give Him praise. So it was a guy before me. He stood in front of me, and he went first, right? And after he was done, he's supposed to, tap me on the shoulder, and then it's my turn. So he did that, and then I went into it or whatever, and we completed that. And after we were done, the guy said, it was really good too. I mean, the presence was there, and you could just feel it. Like, oh man, it was like he was just hugging us. And so after we were done, the guy says, so how long do you guys think we were doing that? And everybody said about 15, maybe 20 minutes. It was almost an hour. We were doing it for an hour, and the time seemed like it had just paused. So after that day, I came home, I went to bed, and I just felt so different. And so I woke up the next morning, and I could still feel the presence of the Lord. It was like He was just still right there with me, just laying there waiting for me to wake up. And I woke up. Now I forgot a part. When I woke up, I just laid there, and I didn't open my eyes. And it was like these waves. It was waves of everything was dark, but it was waves of lustrous purple, like waves, like if you know how the waves come up to the shore like if you're standing at the beach and the waves are crashing up to the shore. It was waves like that, but it was like I was the shore, and the waves were coming into me, and they were purple waves, just crashing into me, purple waves crashing into me. Everything else was dark except these luminous purple waves. So I woke up, and I said, wow, you're still here, okay, you must want me to read my word, you know. So because I've been in the word and everything like that. So I was like, okay. So I got on my knees and I opened my Bible app, because that's what I use. And so I'm starting, you know, I pulled out my notebook and I'm like, okay, you know, so I go to my word, and he said, no, that's not what I want you to do. I want you to go pray for your mom. I'm like, pray for my mom? Like, what? Okay. So I called my mom on the phone. I said, hey, mom, you know, what you doing? You at home? She said, yeah, I'm at home. What's up? I said, nothing. I'm about to come over there. She said, what's going on? I said, nothing. I'm about to come over there. Just, I'll be on my way. So I get in the car, hurry up, and I drive over there, because he told me to do it now, and it was like a sense of urgency. Do it now. I'm like, okay, go pray for my mom. And so I'm driving over there. I'm like, what is that? What am I supposed to do? What does that look like? Do I supposed to? I don't know. So I'm questioning as I'm going. I'm questioning as I'm going. He's telling me to do something, and as I'm going, traveling there, I have questions because I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So as I'm driving there, my mom, she's so nosy. She calls me. She's like, what's up, Leah? What is it? Tell me what's going on. And I'm saying, nothing. I'm on my way. I'm almost there. So I get off the phone. So I get to her house. And as I'm still going there, and I'm trying to figure out, okay, God, tell me what I'm supposed to do. What I'm supposed to do. Nothing else has come. So I get to my mother's house. And I just cry out to my mom. And I told her the story, what I just shared with you guys. But after, and as I'm telling her that story, I just cry out to her, and I say to her, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My mom didn't raise me. You know, my mom was addicted to drugs for most of my life. So she wasn't around, and I was raised by my grandmother, and she's well now. I pray for her a lot, you know, and she's better now. She's off drugs. She's been sober for as long as my daughter's been born. My daughter's 14, and with that, I had a lot of resentment towards her because she wasn't there. It was a lot of crust around my heart. And even within her being sober for almost 14 years, and, you know, us trying to rebuild our relationship, I still had a lot of resentment towards her, and I didn't want to hear a lot of things she had to say. And anytime she would tell me to do something or try to tell me to do something about parenting, I would always have this thing in the back of my head, like, how can you tell me anything? You weren't there for me. You don't know nothing about doing this. You know, you're the last person I would turn to for advice. So that was the type of regard I had towards my mom in regards to any advice she had to give me about anything about life. And so when I went there, and God told me to pray for her, and I went there and I cried out to her in a voice that I have never heard come from within myself. And I was just howling and weeping towards her, and asking her to forgive me for not receiving her love. And I was able to embrace and finally hug my mother and feel her, which is something I hadn't felt from her since I can remember as a child. Like, when I say child, I'm talking like 3 years old, 5 years old, which I don't really remember. And I actually was able to feel my mother's love. And at that very moment, it sealed the deal, and my heart was renewed. It was renewed that day on May 7th, but that just sealed it. It sealed the renewal of my heart, and it changed me forever. And this is what you all get. This is what I am presenting to you guys now. This is what you see now. Angelia Gaston, Angelia Renee Gaston, as a new woman with a new heart. So I want to reintroduce myself to you. I want to reintroduce myself to you, to anybody that's ever known me, anybody who's ever done anything with me and think you may know me. You don't know me. You don't know this new person. I want you to know her. I want you to know the new person that I am. So if I've ever extended an invitation to you to come to our family and friends Bible study that I host at my mom's house, I ask that you come so that you can get to know me. If you thought you loved the old me and you thought you knew me and you really enjoyed that person, you're gonna love and enjoy the heck out of this person, because she has something to give to you that old person could never have given to you. I have something to offer to you that old person could never offer you. And I just ask my friends and my family and my loved ones, please, 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 please take the opportunity to meet the new me. Meet the new me. I love you guys. And I can't wait for you to see what he has done for me. It's amazing. And I want you to have it too. We all have the ability to have a renewed heart. He has put something on us. We are here for a purpose, and it's to do the will of God. It's to do things by his way, not our own. We're supposed to do things his way. His way. And if we continue on like we are, it's just gonna hold up a lot of process. It's so many other things tied to us tapping in and accepting and renewing our hearts, tapping in to the anointing that he has for us, tapping into that power. We have power. We have power in the Lord. Like, he has given us power and authority. And once we surrender and submit ourselves to him wholeheartedly, he does something, and he lets us have access to that power, full access to that power. There are things happening within my own family that some of them may not even recognize, just because I have tapped into the power and authority that we are all gifted with. We are all gifted with. It's just an invitation. You actually inviting the Lord into your heart to change and renew your heart and your mind, and then you actually walking in faith that he is going to do and give you access to everything that he has in store for you. He is waiting for you to just release yourself to him so that he can give you everything that he has set out aside for you. There's territory and things that he has set, and then in all the ducks are in the row, and all it takes is for you to just have the faith and submit and commit to doing things by his will and his way. I don't want to make this video too long, but I did want to share with you my testimony so that you guys can understand where I am and what I'm going through. And it's a constant battle. I am in no way, shape, or form relinquished from any bats with the devil. He just had to come after me with new ways now, because I'm a new person. So he can't come at me in the same way he did before, because I'm a new woman. So he has to figure out something. He has to be very clever, and I was never dumb, and I'm a very clever person. So I kind of recognize when he's coming for me. So I ask that you guys keep me in prayer as well, so that I can be strong to try to help those that he has put me on this earth to help. I love you guys, and just, if you got any questions or any of that, like every day I ask him to give me the wisdom and the strength to encourage and do the things that he wants me to do. So if he's sending you my way, he's already given me the knowledge to give to you. So if it's on your heart to ask me something, don't be afraid, because he's already given me the knowledge to tell you exactly what it is he wants you to know. All right? I love you guys. We need him. I need you. We need us. Bye.